Hey everybody, this is Josh Brad Horton and welcome to the Josh Brad Horton Show, episode 6. Welcome to the show, and I must say we got a very special guest today, Mike Lopez, the American hero himself.
How's it going?
What's going on, Mike?
It's all good in the hood.
Oh man, you see these new headsets right here? We about
Yeah,
to take
I
off.
saw that. I was about to ask you about that. How do you like the quality?
Oh man, I tried it out last night. And I watched the video back, and it sounded so fucking good, man. It sounded real good. It's like
Cool.
like one of those the referees in the NFL. You know, they got to call to
Yeah.
play. I got to call to play. You know. So, anyways, so you are my fellow co-host on the Circle of Debate podcast, which we do weekly episodes. Everybody, subscribe to the Circle of Debate on the YouTube channel. We're going to be recording episode 6 of that also tonight. And, oh, man, we got some big surprises for the future, for future episodes. Everybody's going to be amazed at what happens in the future of the show. Big surprise coming on episode 10 as well, right?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to sharing that with everybody. A pleasant surprise.
Yeah, those is one of those things like you want to wait, but damn it, you don't want to wait. You know the feeling?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like telling everybody right now, but it's going to be worth the wait.
Oh, yes, right. And also, we got the Battle of the Drums coming up. You're going to be battling Ivan on the drums. Y'all both are 1-1, right? Y'all both are 1-1 in the drum battle.
1-1. That's right. We go way back, me and Ivan. I remember in 9th grade, I won the first one. And probably like 3 years ago, Ivan won the second one. So, we're 1-1. The third matchup is going to be come in. We'll see when.
Oh, man, I'm looking forward to it. So y'all go back to since high school.
Yeah. We used to have mutual friends. And we all kind of got together as this group that used to backyard wrestle. We used to have this jumper that was the shape of a ring, and we used to have like Royal Rumbles and King of the Ring tournaments and all sorts of different stuff. And I kind of played like similar to Kurt Angle, like the heel, and he was known as Cactus Ivan at the time. Kind of like a play on Cactus Jack there, which was pretty cool. And yeah, it was pretty fun. Like I remember seeing people getting power bombed through tables, and at school there was this guy got power bombed on top of the soda machines. It's like it's crazy stuff, but definitely great memories.
Did you tape any of that stuff?
I wish I did, but cell phone cameras did not exist at the time.
Man, I used to have one of those big cameras you sit on your shoulder, and me and my cousin would tape our matches out on the trampoline, man. We would have I'd put the phone next down to it or something and play some music or the radio or whatever it was, and we'd have our own entrances. It looked like a fucking pay-per-view when you watch it, man. He was doing moonsaults off to the top of the house, off the top of the truck. But, yeah, they're all on VHS, man. I got to figure out a way to convert them to the DVD because I'd love to watch them back, man, because it was incredible, man.
Yeah, for us, some of the stunts that were done at that time, I don't think at our age we'll be doing anymore. Like we're in our mid-30s now, so.
I mean, back then we was going like we was the Lucha Brothers or some shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pentagon and Phoenix, man. Great tag team right there.
Great tag team, yes. For me, like growing up watching Rey Mysterio and nowadays seeing the Lucha Bros, it kind of is like it's opening up my eyes more and more to the luchador style.
And I tell you, man, when I saw Kalisto and Sin Cara and all these other luchadors in WWE, I'm like, there's nobody ever going to be kind of like Rey Mysterio. There's never going to be another Rey Mysterio. And then I see the Lucha Bros, and I'm like, shit, maybe they will be. Because I could picture them being world champions,
Well, Pentagon has been world
Yeah,
champion.
yeah, in Impact, right? And in
Yeah.
AAA, right?
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, but I feel like they could split them up right now and use those two as a tag team, not as a tag team, but as a singles, as main eventers.
Yeah, that's true. Impressive singles competitors too. Yeah.
Also, getting back to it, man, let's talk about your childhood a little bit. You grew up with a real religious family, right?
Yeah. So I grew up going to church. I didn't really have a kind of like a musical any musical influences at growing up in church, but you know for me growing up watching wrestling, some of those wrestling themes kind of stuck to me, and now looking back I can say that those influenced my musical career too.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to Jim Johnston, man. I don't know how AEW ain't done signed him, dude. I mean,
Oh, they should.
why
I would be
not? I
on that.
mean, why not? Because this guy, man, he produced so many good songs that some of them should have been played on the fucking radio, man. To be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, they even released albums of the themes, and
Oh
some of them
yeah.
sold really well.
I bought a few of them. I bought Forcible Entry, I
Hmm.
believe. And there was one the Rock had, I believe I bought too. And I bought the Cena one too, of course. I think everybody bought that around that time because he was red hot.
Yeah,
Uh,
I actually kind of went on LimeWire and got that one through there.
and so you started watching in 1999, right?
That's right. The first thing that I remember watching was The Rock and Mr. Ass going back and forth in a promo, um, and The Rock just he was just so entertaining in the mic, still is, and now he's an actor,
Oh, that
world class actor. So, um, goes to show that having the voice and having the gift of the gab goes a long way. Not just in wrestling, but in any art.
well, he has so much fucking charisma, man, and I don't know if he still is, but I know that at one point he was the highest paid actor in Hollywood, man, and there's a reason for that because he's got more charisma than anybody I've ever seen in professional wrestling. Everybody wants to talk about their Ric Flairs and their Stone Colds, but who really else has, you know, made it the way The Rock has outside of the business of wrestling, like to become a star, in the movies. Like you can say Hogan and all that, but he
Hogan
hasn't.
tried, yeah.
But he hadn't have as many great movies as The Rock. The Rock's already done what hundreds of movies, man. It seems like now, and it start with the Mommy Returns, wasn't it? And then the Scorpion King.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, The Rock, he started with, yeah, that's right, with Mummy Returns, then Scorpion King on his own. And it goes to show that nowadays he's able to stop movies from being made. He stopped Fast and Furious 10, I think, or 9, from coming out so that his movie would come out. You know,
Yeah, I heard
that's
Vin Diesel
that's
was
how
pissed
much
off
power he
about that.
has. Yeah, people were pissed off about that, but that's the kind of power he has in Hollywood right now.
Did you
You
see
know.
the feud that he had with Tyrese?
Hmm. Oh yeah. I
Oh
mean,
man.
I think Tyrese is a entertaining guy and all, but you talk about influence, and The Rock has it in bunches.
Now,
Uh, you know.
now I posted a picture the other day on the Circle of Debate Twitter. I know you don't get on Twitter a lot, but it was like a
Mhm.
picture of The Rock and Stone Cold, and it was like 2024. The Rock's president, and Austin is the vice president. I believe The Rock's tease being president. What do you think if he was to become the president?
I mean, that's so interesting because he's not a politician. Uh, would he win? I am very sure he would win. He is. He has many friends in high places, and he's very popular. He had this Super Bowl commercial where he was running on the treadmill with Oprah, and he asked her, "Hey, would you be my running mate?" And so I think that maybe Stone Cold might not be vice president. I think Oprah has claim to that position already.
Oh man, The Rock and Oprah in office. That would be some crazy shit right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to get into politics myself. I stay out of it. I'm not in the vote, not to do all that. But I'm gonna tell you what. I heard the other day that The Rock did a video. Like he was for Trump at first. He even had the Trump shirt on when the election started. I saw it, man. You can look it up. There's a picture of it. But he did a video
Mm.
the other day ranting about Trump or something. I heard about it, but I haven't watched it yet. Have you saw it?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I wouldn't be surprised. You know.
Yeah, I'd have to give it a watch, man. So going back, man, your band, the name of your band, you started out in a band as a drummer. Wait a minute. You started out as a drummer at what age?
I started drumming at the age of 14.
So
Uh,
14.
yes. So I had no aspirations to be a musician. Excuse me. But my mom would be in a choir at church, and she would take me to the rehearsals. And I wasn't really into it. I was just kind of just there to watch. And then I would sit next to the drummer. I would watch how the drummer played the beats, and I was like, man, this is not that difficult. I could do this. And yeah, the guy went on a restroom break, and yeah, there you go. I just sat on the drums and played the song, and everybody turned around and what? Like I
Was you
didn't know you
like a
could play.
natural? You was a natural at it?
I guess so. I mean, it came to me pretty quickly, I would say. Uh, and yeah, I mean, to this day, I enjoy playing music. I did join a band. It was called Obsidian for 7 years. It's been done for 2 years, so the band has retired. But yeah, we toured. We released 2 albums, documentaries, and all sorts of stuff, all sorts of stories that came from that era. But yeah,
Man,
I've yeah.
and I saw you drum in one video, man. You killed it. You was absolutely killing it. So people can look up your drumming on YouTube. What they got to put in the name of the band?
There's multiple Obsidians. So there's like Obsidian Entertainment, Obsidian this, Obsidian that. But if you want to check out one of our music videos, you could check out, or you could type in Obsidian Army of Darkness, and there's our first music video right there. And
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Was that song that you was playing in the video that you sent me?
no, so the one I sent you is called Nightmare.
Oh
That's
yeah.
off of our second album. Yeah, and that we were playing at the Whiskey, and I forgot who we were opening for. I think it was for Diamond Head. And yeah, so it was a lot of people there, at the Whiskey, and it was a great time.
Yeah, man. This is pretty cool, man. Not many people know one drummer, but two now. I know two drummers. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And so what did you say made you guys split up? You just wanted to go your own ways?
The guys had a different vision for whatever it is that they wanted to do, and for me personally, honestly, I felt like I did everything that I wanted to in that band and in that genre. um we did a lot, and I'm satisfied with where we left off.
Do you think that maybe one day there'll be a reunion?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? You can never say never. It's kind of, things were kind of left off in a kind of like a Sean versus Brett sort of thing.
Oh
Uh,
hell.
yeah, but time heals all, right? And who knows? Maybe in 20 years there'll be a reunion. So we'll see.
Oh man, y'all definitely, man. One day y'all should do that. Even if y'all just go out and play one more time together, you should do it, man. It'd be awesome.
Honestly, I'm open for it, but we'll see what they say.
All right. And we also talked about your favorite bands, man. You had a lot of the same favorites as me, from Guns N' Roses to Nirvana. Was there anyone else? Metallica. Was there any other
Metallica.
bands? Any other bands that you liked? That I forgot the name of the one you told me you liked. What was it?
Oh yeah, it's this German band called Ramstein.
Ramstein.
Uh, yeah, very cool band. I'm pretty sure you'll dig it. Their live performances are second to none. If people say the Rolling Stones are the best live band, but no, Ramstein, in my opinion, They
That's high
provide
praise.
so
That's high
much.
praise right
That
there.
is very, yeah. I can confidently say that. And I haven't even seen them live. I actually had tickets, but due to COVID, they postponed it for next year. So
Ooh.
I held on. I'm holding on to them. But yeah, I mean, I look forward to it.
Speaking of COVID, man, this has affected a lot of shit. How's it affected your life in any way? Like, is it like you not been able to go to your job, or the wrestling shows that you want to watch on TV without the fans kind of sucks now, or any sporting event?
I mean, the biggest effect that COVID has had for me is that I just stay home. Yeah, before COVID, I would go out a lot, and there's a lot to do in Los Angeles. So I like going to the beach or to the mall and stuff like that. But nowadays, it's just staying home and staying safe. Some people are out there protesting, and that's good and all, but I don't know. I like to think about my health first, my
Oh,
own health,
definitely.
and the health of my family. So I like to just kind of lay low a little bit there. Um, but yeah, I mean, as far as like wrestling and stuff like that, um, I do miss seeing wrestling with the crowds. I feel you never appreciate it until it's gone, right?
That's right.
And it's a huge difference. And I give kudos to AEW because of both companies. I feel that they've done it the best, especially in Double or Nothing. I feel that the energy that the roster put into the crowd, um, made for a great show or really helped out.
Oh yeah, man. And also, I mean, how's these protesters? I mean, has it affected where you live in any way? Like, have they been out there? Because right up the road from where I live, they protested, but it was all peaceful and everything. So did it get to the point where it was bad where you live?
There was some looting going on. Probably it wasn't too much. It was just like 2 days, two
Mm.
or three really. But the protests have been peaceful nowadays, so it's all good.
I would like for the world to just get back to fucking normal, man. Just get back to normal already. But what would you do on a normal day? Like if it was none of this bullshit going on, what would you do? And you had the
Man,
day off. What was the normal day for you?
a normal day, uh, it was just going to the mall or something, going out to eat with my girlfriend. We like to go eat sushi. Uh,
Uh,
yeah, there's a lot of great spots here for that. There's this great ramen place in Little Tokyo. Definitely would recommend that spot. But yeah, nothing too crazy to be honest.
and you lived in Los Angeles all your life, right?
Born and raised.
Oh,
That's
that's
right.
that's fucking awesome, man. Living right there in L.A. You've been to Hollywood and everything, right?
The whole thing, yeah. I know everything back and forth.
What's your favorite star you seen on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Favorite star, probably. I want to say Michael Jackson.
Oh man, I would have been taking
I'm a fan
pictures
of his
like
music.
crazy, man.
There's a lot of familiar names down there. Vince McMahon, the Dwayne Johnson. To name some wrestling ones.
Is it as special for you though because you've been there since you was a kid? So for someone like me, if I went there, I'd be taking pictures of everything. But you've lived around that area forever, so I mean, is it as
Sometimes I
special?
I do wish that I could go there and see it through the eyes of somebody that doesn't live here, you know. But for me, the biggest comparison would be New York. The first time I went over there, man, I was like you said, taking pictures left and right, and like, wow, here's this and that, and so yeah, I wish I could see that.
Any favorite state you've been to besides California?
Top two are Seattle and New York. Well, cities. Hmm.
Well, hopefully one day you get to come out here to North Carolina, man, out in the sticks. You know what I'm saying? We got a little city right here, but 45 minutes away from Charlotte. So maybe we could go to a wrestling show in Charlotte one day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's
sure.
only 45 minutes away. Why not?
Why not? Maybe
Uh,
we could go on your first WWE
that's right.
live event.
I've been watching for over 20 years and I've never even fucking been. That's a fucking shame, man. It's a shame. It should be a crime. Uh, but yeah, top 5 wrestlers you have met or have seen in person.
Okay, that I've met. Um, top 5. All right. So I remember I told you the Goldberg story, where I was waiting for the SummerSlam press conference to start in '03, and I went to go see if I could get something to eat. And there's this restaurant called Morton's Steakhouse, and all the wrestlers like going there. And I was just walking by, and this black SUV showed up, and out comes out Goldberg. And
Holy shit.
I'm like, what? You know, like it's not every day that you see Goldberg like right in front of you. And yeah, I went up to him, got his autograph. I met John Cena too. I met him when he wasn't WWE champion yet or US champion.
Oh, you
So
met him when he was starting out. Dr.
he was kind of starting
Thugonomics.
out.
How
That's
did he
right.
do it? How did he do it? I can't even remember. Word life.
There you.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
I remember he was wearing a Lakers jersey, and like he was talking to everybody. Because usually in live shows, people stand where the wrestlers are driving in to go inside to the arena, and sometimes wrestlers step out of their cars and go and sign for fans and take pictures and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. And Cena did that back then. I don't know if he does it now, but back then,
Oh,
yeah.
Cena, man. Cena's an awesome dude, man.
Yeah.
He just donated $1 million to the Black Lives Matter stuff, and then not long ago he donated $40,000 to Shed Gaspar's family,
Hmm.
man. And he's granted over 500 Make a Wishes, man. So if you don't like him as a wrestler, man, you gotta respect him as a person.
Yeah, I could tell he's a pretty cool dude for sure. I recently met Kurt Angle, really cool
Oh,
guy. My top wrestler. You know, I took that name, the American Hero, because of Kurt Angle. And he was really cool. Like he was telling me about how his gimmick was chosen, the 3 eyes, and his music. Because his music is pretty iconic in wrestling, and I asked him like, hey, so how did you decide, or how did you like, what did you think about your theme the first time you heard it? And he told me, no, well, I actually didn't even choose my own music. They picked it for me, and they picked everything for me, like my ring gear, everything. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. But
to
it all
me,
worked out.
I liked his TNA theme better.
Yeah, that was cool too.
And so that's that. There's 2 more wrestlers, right? What's your other 2?
My other 2, let's see. Off the top of my head, I remember meeting the
See,
Hurricane.
oh, the Hurricane, yeah, yep. Fellow North Carolinian, shout out to the Hurricane.
Shout out to the Hurricane. I actually, and so I was much younger. I remember taking a shirt for him to sign, and I don't know, I just picked that out of the closet, and little did I know that I had worn it already. And he noticed. He was like, he kind of gave it a look like, but he signed it anyway. So, thank you, Hurricane, for signing it, even though it looked a little weird. Uh, and for number 5, let's see. I probably would say Randy Orton. I met Randy Orton at the WrestleMania 21 press conference, and he was cool. I went up to him and I was like, "Hey, could I get your autograph?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure," and that was it.
All right. And your favorite UFC fighters that you met? You've been watching UFC since day one. We'll about to wrap it up, but what's your favorite UFC fighters that you met?
Your favorite UFC fighters that I've met? Probably Rampage Jackson.
Oh,
So Rampage, he's known for being very blunt, and I remember I took a picture with it. I asked him like, "Hey, is it cool if we take a picture like standing off, like like a face off?" And he was like, like man, I have a fight on Saturday, right? I'm gonna mess up my knees. And I was like, oh, all right, and it's all good. And he was like, oh, no, I'm just joking. And then he got up, and we did the face off. And then I think he does this to everybody, because I saw him do it to people in front of the line too, where you shake his hand and then he just goes like this.
Oh man.
He goes like this to you, and I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna fight Rampage Jackson, but it's funny, And
You should have got him to take a picture of him doing like this and like you like this, and y'all are like gonna fight like on the card.
Yeah, that's how the picture came out.
Oh man, I bet you that's
so it's pretty cool.
I would. You got that frame, don't you? If you don't, man, you need to do that. Bro.
I have to do that. Yeah.
and your favorite UFC fight of all time.
Oh wow, there's a lot of.
But if
UFC
you could
fights.
pick one, for somebody like me that's a casual UFC fan, if you wanted me to fall in love with the UFC, what fight would you pick?
Okay, so I'll say two things: favorite UFC event and favorite UFC fight.
All right.
So favorite UFC event, UFC 1. It goes back to it was like it's like a real life street fighter. You have a boxer, a sumo guy, a kempo guy, a catch wrestler, and a jiu-jitsu guy, and 3 others that I forget right now. So each person has a different discipline, and they test out to see who's the best, right? So UFC 1, if you have the chance, I think it's free on YouTube now. UFC 1. And so, but favorite UFC fight would be Stephen Bonner versus Forrest Griffin, the Ultimate Fighter finale, the first one. It's in the Hall of Fame. That fight itself, they chose it to be in there. And so if you get the chance, Stephen Bonner versus Forrest Griffin, I recommend that one.
Oh man, I'd love to watch that. Also, I never asked you what you done, man. Like, what kind of jobs have you done out through your life, your career?
Like employment?
Yeah. Like, what have you done?
So, well, man, I've done it. I've done the whole thing. I've worked at a grocery store. I worked at a museum. I've worked at the airport. I've worked at an office, and I currently am working as a substitute teacher, and it's
a teacher.
That's right, and I love my job.
I got the dogs.
I got my dogs going all crazy. They're starting.
And you have 4, don't you?
Five.
Yeah, 5, and I got fucking 4 here, man. I know how it is. They'll raise some hell.
Oh yes, they will. But it's good though, because they won't let any intruders come in.
Oh yeah, I tell my girl this all the time, man. She wants to get rid of the dog that we have outside that's a Boston Terrier because he tries to eat up everybody. The neighbor will be over there getting on the ladder trying to clean his gutters out, and he'll try to make him fall off the fucking ladder or something. But I'm like, no, we got to keep him because he lets you know when somebody's outside at night messing around.
He can sense it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And he chooses and picks who he wants to bark at. I mean, I guess dogs can sense who's a bad person or sense something wrong with somebody,
Yeah, it's definitely true. They have that sixth sense.
Now, what else was you saying about your career? The museum, a teacher?
Yeah, so I went to college and I got my degree in music education. So that's how I kind of got started in the teaching thing. And yeah, I mean, I love my job. I actually find it very fulfilling, and I like being in front of a class and just teaching and being
what age group is the class?
My last class was 3rd grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, and how is it dealing with all those little kids like that? I kind of know how it is, man. I got 3 kids that's under 6 years old, so it's wild just with those 3. So
the largest class that I've had is probably 30 kids.
30 kids.
Yeah, I've had to stop. I've lost count of how many fights I've had to stop. But they're little, so it's easy kind of to separate them and stuff.
I
But
remember when
yeah,
I was in the third grade, man, we had I was somehow the leader of the wolf pack we had in the third grade. And then there was also another faction. I can't remember their name, but
the click.
yeah, there's another faction. Half of the class was in our group, and half the class was in the other one. And then one of the guys that was leading the other group, he wanted to us all to join to be together as one faction. And then my friend gets in my ear, and he's like, "Man, if everybody's in our group, we don't have nobody to feud with. You got to kick their asses out."
It's
So
like the
we
NWO.
Yeah, so we ended up kicking them out and everything. And then one day, there was supposed to be some stuff go down on the playground. I guess we was going to have a war or something. And one
Hmm.
of the little kids that was on the other group, he went and told the teacher that there's going to be a fight at the playground, and there was no more groups allowed.
Yeah, I mean, good thing because I've seen some fights where things get pretty rowdy, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, oh yeah. No, but it's cool. I think all of us have had those little groups. I know I did. But yeah, it's all in good fun, I feel.
Also, yeah, you start drinking that Stone Cold beer. Tell everybody how that tastes.
It's definitely, it takes effect. It's the first one, and then so I have a bet with someone that I cannot drink more than two, but I'm going for three tonight. So let's see how that goes.
And they're what percent alcohol?
They're 6.7.
Oh, yeah, so they give you a solid buzz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I
Yeah.
gotta try me one. I've been telling y'all I gotta try me one. Yeah, as far as the circle of debate goes, man, how's it been like doing the podcast? You love it?
Oh, it's great. For me, I've been looking for something to work on and to kind of show off a creative side. I feel that it's very important to have something like that in your life, um, and Circle Debate has definitely brought that side of me. I love to talk about wrestling. I've been watching it for over 20 years now, so it's great. I'm having a great time.
It's like we get to talk about what we love and what we've been watching for over 20 years. So to me, yeah, it's perfect too. And Ivan, shout out to him, man. He's a wonderful fucking host, man. I get people telling me all the time, like, the show's fucking good. How do y'all know how to time things? And I'm like, it's the host, man. He knows what he's doing. But Mike, he does a great fucking job with the editing, man. Uh,
No, it's my pleasure. I definitely enjoy being a part of it. And yeah, shout out to Ivan. That guy, he's a awesome host. And I'm looking forward to doing tonight's episode too.
yeah, we're about to record that here in a second when we get off of here. He's messaging right now. So, but right quick, you start your own YouTube channel too. You want to plug it right quick?
Yes. So my YouTube channel is called Music Mike, but I'm gonna probably be changing the name soon. You can reach it by typing Random Hero 724 on the search on YouTube because that's the original name of the channel. So Random Hero 724, and you'll be able to find Music Mike.
All right, everybody be looking out for Music Mike and be looking out for episode 6 of the Josh Brad Horton Show. And also, we recorded an episode that kind of got messed up. And if we do get that fixed, it's going to be called the Lost episode. And we'll put that motherfucker up too, One day,
Yeah, one
hopefully
day.
we do get it fixed, pretty soon. The Lost episode. But yeah, I think we covered pretty good shit right here. I think this was pretty good.
Absolutely.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready to record the Circle of Debate podcast. Be sure to tune into it tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll have this up before tomorrow. So I'd like to thank Mike Lopez, the American hero, for joining us today for the Josh Brad Horton Show, episode 6.
Great
So
to be here. Thank you.
thank you there, Mike. Let me see. And thank everybody else.